Aloha ahi ahi kako. It's Kumumaka here from the island of Kauaʻi, and we would like to welcome you to our virtual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festivals. We're celebrating 36 years, and we mahalo ke akua for bringing us this far. We'd also like to recognize the group Malie, who started this wonderful journey for all of us to enjoy. And so the group Malie is known as Uncle Nathan Kalama, also Larry Duhai Longsod, as well as Ekolu Panui. So we would like to say mahalo to them for paving this wonderful legacy for us to enjoy. We hope that you enjoy tonight's event that we have prepared for you. It's very hard and challenging for us this time with being in the COVID, as well as other challenging times. And so, we want us to be and remain positive, and kokua ke kahi, aloha ke kahi, and malama ke kahi as well. So mahalo nui for joining us. This is the 36th annual Kauaʻi Composerʻs contest. So 36 years ago, the group Malie put together this event, and it was just a one-day event. And today we have a 7-day event. Earlier this year, we were discussing with Uncle Nathan as well as the board of directors to make a decision if we're going to put on or continue with the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festivals. And it was decided that we would just do one event again. However, after discussions and with many people, we decided to actually do a 7-day event. So we hope that you would enjoy and come join us the rest of the week. For those of you that joined us yesterday with our church service, mahalo nui. And then we also had our Mokihana makeke that did very well, and we still have that some of those items that are available. So please go and bid on them. And if you have any questions, just comment right in the field there, the comment field, and we have our board of directors that's helping in the background to make sure that we take care of you. And so, because we are here 36 years later, it's not because of our hard work. It's because of this great person that we honor and we give praise to, and that's Keakua. So we're going to start with Pule. So if everybody could join me with our Pule at this time. E Keakua manaloa, mahalo nui no ke iala. Bless us this day, the beginning of the 36th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festivals. May you be in the midst of everything we have prepared to share our aloha for everything Hawaii. Let us be a blessing to all, and let you be a blessing to us. Thank you. In your precious name I pray, in the name of Jesus. Amen. Let us sing together Ho'onani Kamakua. Ho'onani Kamakua ma ke ki me kauhane no ke akua mau Ho mai kaipu ko ke iau ko ke lau Let us join together by singing Hawaii Pono'i. Hawaii Pono'i Nanai Komoi Kalani Ali'i Ke Ali'i Makualani e Kameha Meha e Na Kauaʻi Pale Me ka ihe Makualani e Kameha Meha e Na Kauaʻi Pale Me ka ihe. Ai, mahalo ke akua, and mahalo for those that wrote those mele and that we can enjoy and lift everything in ke akua's name. So mahalo nui and mahalo ke akua for joining us. We have an array of composers who have participated in this year's, and we're so excited in presenting them to you. In the open category, we have 5 contestants, and then in the Hawaiian category, we also have 5 contestants. So altogether is 10, and we're so happy to bring them across to the world. So please bear with us as we go through. If there's any technical difficulties that's happening throughout, don't worry about it. Just go and go get a drink. Go make shishi. Start with the other person next to you, and then turn back to the TV or your computer, and it'll be fine. If it's still there, close your eyes and pray. And it'll be just great. Okay, so at this time, I would like to introduce to you our founder of the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festivalʻs, who is right now located at Wilcox Hospital, and he joined us yesterday. So I would like to introduce to you Uncle Nathan Kalama. Aloha, Uncle.
Aloha, mahalo. I want to welcome everyone to the 36th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. It is certainly an adventure for all of us. It's virtual world we have with you, and we're glad that we can share this week of Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival with all of you. No matter where you're sitting, where you're at, I'm at the rehab center at Wilcox Hospital, and you might be in your home in California or wherever, or you might be in Waimea Theater with Puni Patrick and some of the friends down in Waimea town celebrating with us. Welcome to everyone. This Kauaʻi Composer's Contest is the 36th. It's the mother of the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. And even when we had the hurricane in 1992, we still had the Kauaʻi Composer's Contest, even though a few months later we did it in December. So we never had a break for the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. For those of you that are familiar with the Kauaʻi Composer's Contest, you'll notice that there's a new format this year because there's only 2 categories as opposed to what we used to have before, breaking them down into different things. But it's a new time. It's a time of huliau, a time of change, and we need to adapt and try to improve ourselves. And so please enjoy the rest of the evening, and don't forget the rest of the week. If you can come and join with us, please do so. Back to you, Maka.
Mahalo, Uncle. That was great. It's just like, Paula Kana and Kimo, back to you, Paula. But anyway, Uncle, as I shared with you that we had a surprise. And so can you share with the audience, the viewers out there, of the first annual or the 36 years ago, what happened in the very beginning of the concert? What did you do? You shared, the group Malie shared the song called Gingers in the Water. Can you share with us the story?
Yes, we had very few guests the first year. A lot of the composers were very hesitant to enter, but we had some who decided to take a risk. And after they were finished with the contest part, Malie Foundation, Malie, the group, decided to do a little mini concert. And so on the stage, we depicted um, Cold Pond down in Hyena as a part of the scenery on stage with a waterfall and a pool and everything. And that was done by
Hold
our
on, Uncle.
okay.
Kalamai.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back. Can you please start again?
We depicted waterfall scene, bathing pool area down in Hyena. And it's called Cold Pond, the street community. And
To take me off.
so I had written a song about that particular street called Bridges in the Water. We wanted to depict that. And when we had a palm tree, everything, waterfalls falling into the pond, and Lady Ito Kahanai, um, I had her dancing, coming out of the water to the stage, ginger. And that's what we did as part of our. And what?
Pool to depict the pond on the stage of the Kauaʻi War Memorial, correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so what we did was we wanted to show this video for you. This is a surprise. So hopefully you can see it and please enjoy. This is a song that was composed by Uncle Nathan Kalama called Gingers in the Water. Inaneamai.
Oh my God.
Come on. Do you see his face? That's okay. So what we did was we had, in fact, I have here with us, we have Auntie Lady Ipo with me. And so come, Auntie. So she's a surprise as well. So hi, Uncle. And so earlier today, we got a chance to go and journey down to Haena to a place called Limahuli. And we put together that same mana'o 36 years ago. And so we're hoping that it works. Just bear with us, please. Thank you so much. Is it still like downloading? Uncle, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and so can you share with me Proverbs 5 and 6?
Yes. Fine. Oh. Wait,
And
I have
lean
to
not
take.
on.
Wait, I have to take my.
Okay, I'm gonna share it. Kauaʻi, the voice in the background,
Okay, here we
and we're
go.
gonna hit it, and everybody else gotta mute, or else it's not gonna work. And thank you for the tips for the audio, you guys. You guys so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's always good to take your medication. And I'm going to
you
have
have
one.
yours?
I'm going to have one real soon, and it's in a green bottle.
You want this bottle now?
Everybody gotta turn their volumes off too. Volume off on all the computers.
We apologize for this.
Your volume gotta be off on your computer.
Waterfall cascade, gingers in the water, reflection meant for trees, shadows disappear.
Uncle's not muted.
Gingers in the water, waterfall cascade. There's gingers in the water. Shadows disappear. A vision lingers. So crystal clear, gingers in the water, Kauaʻi, there'll never be another stream so crystal clear. Gingers in the water, gingers in the water, gingers in the water, gingers in the water. Gingers in the water.
Do you think that we would be able to play it later?
Maybe.
So we're gonna try that later on, but we want to apologize for that beginning. It was a we're going to carry on with our presentation, and we would like to, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our MC for this evening. He is one of my haumana in our halau Nahui o Kamaka o Kalani. He's been dancing with me since the mid 90s, and he has taken on a lot of kuleana in his working career, and has traveled throughout the state and of course to places such as Florida and all those good other places, that he could share his talent there with the hotel industry. He's currently on the island of Oahu working for the Ala Moana Hotel. Please help me welcome our MC, Makali'i Thronis. Aloha, Makali'i.
Aloha mai kako.
Hold on. Okay, I think we have you on.
How am I? Am I there? Aloha.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, awesome. I've been following some of the comments in the chat boxes on Facebook. So keep it coming so we can see who's out there. We want to know where you're visiting from. And we want to know that you're going to be with us and enjoying this beautiful concert. How's it over on Kauaʻi?
Everybody is my kai.
It is raining in beautiful rain right now here in Oahu.
Us too, here in Princeville and Hanalei.
My kai. All right, so we ready to go?
Ai, hikino, holomua.
All right, So tonight, welcome to our 36th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival, Kauaʻi Composerʻs contest and concert. Tonight, I have the pleasure, before we begin, introducing to you our panel of judges for this year's Composerʻs competition. Our first two judges comes to us as a pair. They are from the musical group Kupa'oa. Both are composers and recording artists and have won top honors at previous Nahoku Hanohano Awards, and is currently nominated for 8 Nahoku Hanohano for this year. They are both proud parents of a beautiful baby girl who just turned 1 last week, and her beautiful name is Gemma. So let's wish Gemma a happy birthday. Please welcome our first two judges, Lihau Hannah's Pike and her husband, Kellen Pike. Our second judge is Kenneth Makua Kane. He's a recognized producer of Hawaiian music. He's also a minister, songwriter, and storyteller. Kenneth has received more than 150 nominations and garnered a total of 18 Nahoku Hanohano Awards, the Hawaii equivalent to the Grammy Awards. Mr. Makua Kane is the recent recipient of the prestigious Hawaii Academy of Recording Artists 2015 Nahoku Hanohano Lifetime Achievement Award. He has also won 6 Big Island Music Awards and has been recognized in the National Registry of Who's Who. Once again, just a reminder, in that comment boxes, please let us know where you're visiting from. I see we have some people over in Nevada. Aloha, and I think I see Namaka Lindsay, who is also visiting us. I believe she's in Minnesota. We have the beautiful Lihau and Kellen over from Kauaʻi. Aloha. So keep it coming. We want to see where you're visiting from, and we hope you enjoy this beautiful night. Like Kumamaka said earlier, tonight we have 2 categories that we'll be sharing, our open general category and the Hawaiian category. Our open category is the contemporary Hawaiian, reggae, blues, gospel, rock and roll, and jazz music. Lyrics must be in English. In our Hawaiian category, all lyrics are in Hawaiian, and the translation is provided to our judges. Judging will be based on the following criteria with a point system of 1 to 5. In our open category, there will be judged on the lyrics and content, the clarity and theme of the song, their musical performance, the overall impression, and in the Hawaiian category, they will be judged on the lyrics and content, the language, and musical performance. As well as the overall impression or the memorableness of the song and the commercial potential. Cash awards will be given to the top 3 places in each category. And there is one special award that we do every year, which is our Napoe Award or our People's Choice Award. It is based on the highest votes received from the audience. And yes, you are going to be part of our Napoe again this year. And the way how it's going to work is you must vote by commenting either on our Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival Facebook page or our Malia Foundation Facebook page. So whichever page you're on tonight watching us live, you must go ahead and comment for your one favorite performer for tonight. And the way that you do that is please provide us with the first and last name of your favorite composer. So we are voting for the favorite composer, not the actual performer, because not all the composers will be performing the song. It'll be the composers who you'll be choosing tonight. So once again, I will remind you later before we're ending about the Napoe Award, but please be sure to provide us the first and last name of the composer. The composers who receive the highest score for this Napoe Award will receive a cash award donated by our Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival founder, Uncle Nathan Kalama. We would like to say mahalo nui to our sponsors, the County of Kauaʻi, Office of Economic Development, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Trinet Kauaʻi and A&B Properties, Kukui Ula Development, Hawaii Community Foundation, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, and Grand Pacific Resort Management. Special recognition, we would like to say mahalo nui to our Honorable Mayor of Kauaʻi, Mayor Derek Kawakami, and Kahula Hoa staff of Japan, Endo Kikuchi Shuho, and Honu Kamera. Mahalo nui for your continued support. So I'm sure we are all excited and ready to see this beautiful concert of beautiful compositions that we'll be sharing tonight. So we will begin our competition with our open category. Tonight in the open category, we have 5 performers that will be sharing for us. And I will be introducing our first performance this year in our open category. And this is by composer Charity Ann Johns. The mele that she has chosen entitled is We Belong to Us. Charity Ann is a singer and songwriter as well as a storyteller and a performer who weaves storytelling through sound. Songs and music have been a magnificent opportunity to share love with humanity. She is currently expanding upon her relationship to music by furthering her education at the Kauaʻi Community College this year. The background on this mele is Charity was walking along a little wooden bridge in Hanalei when she wrote this song. It starts out as an instrumental piece that she tinkered with again and again. Intuitively, she placed her fingers to the strings, not knowing what chords or notes was playing, only that it felt amazing and it felt sort of swaying rhythm that hooked her effortlessly. Performing with Charity on lead vocals and ukulele is Charity Ann Johns, joined by Tim Todd on violin and Tom Cobb, who is the sound engineer that helped them produce. So without further ado, please welcome our first performance in the open category, Charity Ann Johns with her mele, We Belong to Us.
I dream of a world within you, so satisfied. Petals of a flower in bloom, a sleeping child. Cast off your cares and wonders, take to the light. Clouds on the wings, you'll ponder. We're all meant to fly. And over again, I'm willing to suffer, my friends. And over again, I'm willing to search deep within. I will care for you always. I will care for you always until the end. Until the end. Oh. A storm rages on within me, a sweeping bend. My love has come, forgive me, to lend a hand. Stars burning far, falling from the sky, hurling towards my eyes, freeze my peace of mind. Know that we are every sky. She has got the best of you. It's time to face the subtle cues. There is nothing left to lose. I don't know what I will do. I'll carry on, 'cause I can be strong. And I have never felt so wrong for something I can feel so strong. But I can trust my body's song, freeing me from all that's lost. And you know it ain't worth it to chase after lies. And you know I ain't perfect, but God knows I've tried. And now I leave it all behind. I'll carry on, 'cause I can be strong, and nothing can ever belong to us. Nothing can ever belong to us. Nothing can ever belong to us.
Mokihana. That was our first performer, Charity Ann Johns, with the mele We Belong to Us. Beautiful. Just felt like you were listening to a iTunes recording already. That was just so Mokihana. I can't wait for the rest of the performances. Good job to Charity Ann John. So don't forget, remember your favorite composer, because you are going to be tasked to help vote for our Napo'e, our People's Choice Award, and providing us with the first and last name of the composer. So please keep track of your favorite performer. We're moving to our second performance in our open category with the song titled So in Love. We introduce our next composers, Jason and Malia Kerr. Jason and Malia are kahu and mama kahu of a church at Kealia called Puka's Ministries. They are also own and operate a sober and furlough house for inmates and parolees, mainly from the Kauaʻi Community Correctional Center called Kokuahale. Jason is also a licensed plumbing contractor and owns and operates Kamokila Plumbing on Kauaʻi. Malia is a certified substance abuse counselor and a flight attendant for Hawaiian Airlines. Woo-hoo! They both grew up mainly on Kauaʻi and are native Hawaiians. Malia is part of the group called Le'ahi, which many of us are familiar with. The background to this song is they were on their first hike together. And they were walking at a waterfall near Kealia. And the song involved, or it came to them, and the rest is history. And that's how the mele, So in Love, was written. Performing this song would be Jason and Malia Kerr. And we would like to introduce, hopefully if it's ready, our next performance in the open category with the song titled So in Love. We introduce to you Jason and Malia Kerr. Okay, so we're live, yeah. So while we're waiting for that to show up, I did see a comment from someone asking about T-shirts for this year. Kalamai, for 2020, we did not print T-shirts, but we do have a limited supply of T-shirts still available from our previous years, from Malia Foundation and Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. If you are interested in purchasing any of these T-shirts from our past years, please call Hoku Kabibi at 808-278-8830. And she will be happy to assist you in getting you some of those T-shirts. So mahalo nui, and thank you for that plug. And here we introduce to you our next mele from Jason and Malia Kerr titled So in Love.
everybody doing out there? Kerr, Kahu Kerr and Malia had to go change, and they're gonna be right back. No, just kidding. But anyway, these are the challenges that we are faced with, and you know what? I know that you are bearing with us, so thank you so much. This Thursday, we're going to be having not something live, but what we decided to do was to have, on behalf of the Malay University, have these vignettes taken throughout the island of Kauaʻi and giving interesting facts of our island. And so anyway, I want you to stay tuned for Thursday morning. We're going to do our first video at 8 o'clock, and then every hour thereafter we're going to be posting different videos. I've gone to Hanalei, to Princeville, to Kalihiwai and Kalihikai, to Anahola or Pila'a, to Anahola, and featured the majestic mountain of Kalalea, and then made my way to Kapa'a, and there's a famous song there that was written entitled Hula o Maki. And so I sang that song actually at the very place that boat was stranded on the reef. And so anyway, that's one of them. And then we went to Lihue, several spots, and then of course made our way to Koloa and to Kalaheo, and then to the west side. So please stay tuned to Malay University. On Thursday, we'll be hosting those vignettes. Please enjoy Kahuker.
A song we wrote called So in Love.
Hope you like it.
Think I'll write you a song right here. You and only you to hear. You're the one I've always dreamed of. Never have I been so in love.
I'm in love with you. I'm so in love with you. You are my sun. You are my moon. I'm in love with you.
What did I do before I met you? Ask me, I haven't got a clue. Just sat down, I was feeling so blue. Till the day I first saw you.
I'm in love with you. I'm so in love with you. You are my sun. You are my moon.
mai ka'i, mahalo nui to Jason and Malia Kerr for their mele So in Love. In Kalamai, I had to go put on, I'm going to start wearing my glasses. As Maka told you the other day, I did celebrate a birthday last week, and no, I am not 63 years old, as he said. I am 35. Anyway, so that was our second performance in our open category, Jason and Malia Kerr for their song So in Love. Going through some of our comments, wanted to say aloha nui, big aloha to our ohana down at in Waimea. We have Puni Patrick and some of her friends and Haumana who are watching us from the Waimea Plantation, not Waimea Plantation, what is that? Waimea Theater. Social distancing for sure. But mahalo nui to all of them. And we have Auntie Joy Bradshaw, who is with us, watching from Arizona. Aloha nui, we miss having you and seeing you in person, but next year it's going to be a huge celebration. We can all get together again. So mahalo nui, keep on coming with your comments and let us know where you're visiting us from. Aloha Stan. Okay, so keep commenting, and I'm going to start sharing with you some background on our third performance in our open category. This is Kauaʻi Pascual, and the title of her mele is Guarding Your Heart, which was composed in July of 2020. And Kalamai, I forgot to give you guys the years that the songs are composed. So the previous one from Jason Malia was in 2015. And then for Kauaʻi, we have her mele was composed in July of 2020. Born and raised on the west side of Kauaʻi, she started playing the ukulele in the 4th grade. Her brother was a natural at jamming his ukulele and would always be intrigued by the music, which influenced her to pick up one and try. Since then, Kauaʻi has been very heavily involved with the music, and music has been one of her only outlets she had to escape from the chaos that she calls her childhood. She started to put all the ups and downs into song and just fell in love with writing lyrics and creating melody. Music has always kept her close and connected with God, which has gotten her through some of the toughest times. She hopes to continue on this journey, spreading love and light and sharing the story of her life through music, in hopes it will make and touch anyone that shares and hears it. The song Guarding Your Heart is a song that speaks about a heart that has been done wrong so many times. Ooh, girl, we know that heart. A heart that has been broken over and over again. We build a wall up so high sometimes to guard what's left of our heart that we tend to become bitter and push away the people who just might really be the one. Knowing the difference between guarding our hearts and hardening our hearts are important because we might just miss out a beautiful thing. Preach, girl, preach. Good job. Performing this mele is Kauaʻi Pascual, who is the composer. Joining her is Keone Kinsey on guitar and Dark Yaris on bass and vocals. So we would like to bring up our next contestant, Kauaʻi Pascual, with the mele Guarding Your Heart.
Good ones away, too afraid that they won't stay. What is life without taking chances on sweet romances? No one said it would be easy. Just make a try to set yourself free. Someone up there wants to love you the way you need to be loved. Are you guarding your heart, guarding your heart, don't? Are process of healing, no, it cannot occur. My heart is always closed off to love. See, I've been there, I've done it, I understand. I thought every person was the same type of man, but you, I deserve so real love again. Guiding me hard, guiding me hard, don't. Guiding me hard, guiding me hard, but all you want, are you guiding me hard, don't. Guiding me hard, but all you want, break you off now. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Sing me something on me. I know you've been dealing with a whole lot of pain. Process of healing, no, it cannot occur when your heart is always closed off to love. I see I've been there, I've done it, yes, I understand. Not every person is the same type of man, but your heart deserves to be loved again. Guiding me hard, guiding me hard, don't. Guiding me hard, babe. All you want, are you guiding me hard, don't. Guiding me hard, babe. All you want, break you once now. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Let you break my heart. Never let the heart in your eyes. Let it break you once
Clap, 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 clap. I can just imagine hearing people clapping and cheering if we would be in the Waimea Theater right now. So just picture everybody clap for all our performances. That was Kauaʻi Pascual with the song Guarding Your Heart. So there's something that you must remember. We're putting their first and last name on the screen. And I'm also saying their names as well at the end of their performance, because we need your help in voting for the Napoe Award, our People's Choice Award. And we ask that you vote for your one favorite performer by typing out their first and last name of the composer that you wish, and then the votes will be tabulated before the night is over. Looking at some of our comments, wanted to say aloha to Kamaha'o, aloha kako, aloha Kamaha'o. And then we also have visiting with us tonight from Houston, Texas, Nani Santi. Aloha, Auntie Nani. Hope you are doing well in this early or late night for you. Thank you for joining us. We also wanted to say aloha to everybody. It's just aloha, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. And yes, thank you for starting your round of applauses. I love those emojis. Keep it coming. We're going to get ready for our, Auntie Flo, aloha from beautiful Lihue. So far away. Glad you could make it. We are still in our open category. We have 2 more performances to go in our open category. And this performer is Lenny Breeze. Lenny's title of his song, or mele, is called Cloud 9. And this was composed in the year 2010. Lenny started playing music about 20 years ago, and his career started in music. What actually kickstarted his career in music was working as a musician on the Wailua River for the Waialeale boat tours. Oh, much aloha to the Waialeale Ohana. Rest in peace, Uncle Sunny and Auntie Linda, but all the Waialeale Ohana. Some of us work for Smith's Motorboats, and some of us work for Waialeale, but we're always sharing that river together. So great kickstart. There's a lot of musicians who've come from the Wailua River. He got to learn, Lenny got to learn some of Kauaʻi's greatest music from many great musicians. They were able to help him fulfill his lifetime dream of a full-time music career. This song was written about his wife when they were first dating. They went holo holo all over Kauaʻi, having fun, and built a, don't say it too loud, built a bonfire. And not bonfire. Hello, I'm thinking about my holo holo driving to Kauaʻi. Not built a bonfire, they built a bond, which has made them inseparable. The way that she made him feel inspired him to write a song about it. So that is why, think about it, the title, Cloud 9. So without further ado, we would like to introduce our next performance and share this with you from Lenny Breeze with the song titled Cloud 9.
Aloha. I'm gonna come out doing this song for you guys. It's an original song. A song that I wrote about maybe 10 years ago. Talk about my wife actually when we started dating. Name of the song titled Cloud 9. It's about the way it gets my river. The way you make me.
Hi, aloha kako. You know what, Kalamai, we're gonna redo this and we're gonna start again. So our apologies to Lenny, and we're going to try this one more time because you know what, it's a beautiful song. Every composer that submitted their video, of course, in their own unique way, has presented their song and their composition very beautifully, and so we want to present it to all of you the best that we can. So thank you so much for joining us at the 2020 Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival's Composer's Contest. Again, we have two categories: that's open category and Hawaiian category. We're on, I believe we're on the fourth, number five, or four, sorry, number fourth composer of the open category. And then we also have we have two special awards. That's the highest score, that's the Founders Award. And then we also have the open, what's it called? the people's choice. So remember that you can vote for your choice, your favorite composer throughout the evening. And so we would like to turn back again, and here's Lenny Breezy.
Don't mind.
Thank you, Lenny.
It's about the way you kiss my lips, girl. The way you make me feel a shiver to my knees, girl. Every time that you're around, I just can't control my heart. I'm sending energy all over my body. Being you with your girl, the sun is all of my day. With your painted perfect girl, you got me twisted and got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. Girl, you got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. Girl, you got me floating on love. Come on, yeah. All night. Oh, you got me going floating all night, yeah. All night. A sexy lady with a sweet body lotion. It got me going crazy, making a slow motion. Now my heart beating slow and now somebody got your 911. I truly said the one of a kind girl. There's the other kind of woman in the whole world. This is when I said to you, you got me twisted and you got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. Girl, you got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. Girl, you got me floating on love. Come on, baby, all night. Oh, you got me going floating all night, all night.
We got this like this, y'all. Check it out. Every time you're on my mind, girl, you find you're on my lady. For the time, I just wanted to know you feel me and just maybe if you're feeling cool the way I do. You can see me, we walking around with a great smile, cause you are my lady. Girl, you feel me for the longest time, and jumping to find the woman at the end of the rainbow. But now I got you, no more gray clouds and the skies, and up in your looking and loving the vibe. Love with times I have excited, wanna hold you, wanna love it, wanna kiss it, wanna touch it, wanna squeeze it, wanna please it. Oh baby girl, listen. See, every time I think of you, I'm pulling out your picture. The moment I know when I think of you, how my interest it fits it. You as my baby girl, there's nothing wrong with you in my life, nothing could be better. Sweet love me, make the drop the bomb on me, yeah. By the explosion like Hiroshima. Stop, take a breath, but would you bring me back in? My body fit to go like a big sauce on up from bread. Straight to my heart like I hate to get the red flow. The love I give to you, girl, you got me falling in love. Got me falling in love. Girl, you got me falling in love. Got me falling in love. Girl, you got me floating on. Come on. Yeah. All night. Oh, you got me going. Ooh, you got me. Ooh, you got me. Ooh, all night. All night, yeah. All night. All night. All night, yeah. All night. All night. All night. All night. Once again, the original song entitled Kauaʻi. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Mahalo to Lenny Breezy and his beautiful wife, Larnell. So that was our fourth performance in the open category, Lenny Breezy, and the song titled Cloud 9. Everybody is so doing so well. I can see those comments coming through. And yes, what the lineup is very good tonight. It is outstanding performances that we have. So mahalo nui to all of our composers for their hard work in getting this mele out there and sharing. Great job. Really do appreciate it. I see some people coming through and commenting their choices for Napoe, for the People's Choice Award. Mahalo nui for following and choosing your favorite performer and providing us with their first and last name. We truly do appreciate your participation. Looking at some of our comments, we see that our judges, we have a comment from Lihao Hannes Pike. Lihao is watching tonight, so aloha nui kākou to Lihao and Kellen. Mahalo for your participation, and I'm sure you all had a difficult time choosing our winners, and I think everybody are winners tonight, no matter what. So mahalo nui for your participation, and if you are interested, start writing. Every year we kind of let you know that you have 1 year to prepare. Go find that mele that's inside your heart and start writing it and penning it and composing it, thinking of your melody. You have this 1 year to come up with a song, and we look forward to seeing many of you next year for our 37th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival, Kauaʻi Composerʻs Contest and Concert. We're going to start introducing our fifth performance and kind of give it a little bit more time. So we're going to talk story on the performance a little bit, because this is going to be our last performance in the open category. Then we have 5 performances in our Hawaiian category. So we are going to introduce to you our next performer, which is Millicent Cummings, with the song or mele titled I Am I. Millicent is not a stranger to the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. She has been participating for the past 20 years, and has been and is an award-winning singer, songwriter, a published writer, a visual artist, producer, and most importantly, a mother. That's a hard job, I'm sure. The background on this song is she woke up one morning and it was written in October of 2016. And on the morning of October 4th of 2016, she woke up and sat down to write this song. She called her friend Steve Russo to see if he could come record it, and made this humble demo a couple hours later. All first takes. So that's very, very, very Maikai, good job. As she gets older, it's the simple songs that she loves the most, instead of the in-your-face kind of songs that she's more well known for. Life is a miracle, and you are so beautiful, and I am I. Mahalo and aloha. Performing will be Millicent Cummings on vocals, and we introduce her to you, and we welcome Millicent with her song titled I Am I. So sit back, relax, grab a cocktail, grab some poo-poos, and we share with you this 5th performance in our open category.
Follow your heart. You know it's smarter than your brain. Who's always thinking that it knows every little thing. There's always something going over our heads and under our feelings. it's so much more than a wistful wish, more than just a dandelion that you blew when you were two into the wind. For you to keep denying what you really want to be and do would be a sin. Life is a miracle, and you are so beautiful, and am I. Aloha is all I really know. So much more than goodbye or hello, more than all the love you've ever known, all the fruits from every seed you've ever sown. Because aloha keeps on keeping on, keeping on, keeping on, it keeps growing. Life is a miracle, and you are so beautiful, and am am
Mahalo nui. That was contestant number 5 in our open category, Millicent Cummings with her song "I Am." Hui, aloha palala.
Aloha. I am I.
I
And who are you?
am I.
That was a beautiful song.
What?
You know,
Am I?
who am I? And what? And what?
And what?
And where?
How?
Anyway, you know, our this year our participants were challenged with, you know, putting a video together, and you know, wherever they were, and you can see, you know, where if they were outdoors or if they were indoors, if they did it on their phone versus having a camera, and so on and so forth. And so, you know what, we have to give credit to these individuals to come up with a time frame of getting their lyrics, getting their mana'o of their compositions to share with the judges, and then also to videotape themselves so that we can provide this virtual presentation. So it's kind of pa'akiki, you know, very hard, you know, in doing this and challenging. And so I commend all of our participants, our composers, in putting their thoughts and creative ideas into their presentation. So mahalo nui to all of you. And you know what? I know, Makali'i, that from this, we're learning as well, you know, as we go along with the technical side of it. And then we're having people, you know, chime in and giving their their mana'o to us and how we can present in the future. And this is perfect because that's how we learn. And so this is what's going to happen. It's opening up a very beautiful door or your window, the sliding door. And then we're having all these people.
Not the one sliding, it's the double sliding.
It's the double, yes. You just open like, what? And then what they're doing is I know their creative minds are going and they're like, you know what? I'm going to enter next year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. And you know what? I see that. So you know what? Are you composers out there? I know that you guys are very talented. And so get your creative thoughts. Even myself, on the Thursday vignette, I was like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to go by the tree. I'm going to hug the tree. I'm going to kiss it. I'm going to talk about this mountain. I'm going to talk about the rain. I'm going to talk about the street names. All these different things. And, going through this process, we learn again, not only the technology part of this, but also what goes around or what's happening around our space or our world or our island. And, going from different parts of the island and when researching and then something, with hula, we learn all of these songs that connect us to the Aina. And actually going to the place like the other day, yesterday I went to Kauaʻi. And actually I was going to Anini. So I went to Anini, I was driving, and then I told Ivalani, I said, you think, what's on this side? Because I know when you turn left, you go to Anini. But to turn right, what is that side? I never been there. So she goes, go try. And then she goes, I think we're going to, not I think, she said, we're going to Kauaʻi side. So I went, we drove, and it was so unbelievable. The view was unreal. And so all of a sudden I thought, you know what? I'm going to sing Hano Hano Kalihi because that song was for that place. So I did that. I did the whole small vignette. I sang the song, and then we viewed the whole scenery, and then, of course, talked about Anini, which the traditional name is Wanini, and then came back to me. I did the Ha'ina, and then we ended. So I was like, you know what? This is amazing. This morning, I got a chance to talk to Auntie Ipo, and she was raised in Kauaʻi. So her family home is on the opposite side where I was. It's on the opposite end. And so she goes, you know that song that you were singing? So where her home is known as Kalihiwai. And then the opposite side is known as Kalihikai. And I always thought that Kalihiwai was up the river and then down by the sea was Kalihikai. And that was a learning experience for me, doing this whole thing to bring to the world.
Yeah.
How awesome is that, Makali?
Mahalo for sharing that, brother, because we're in this, unfortunate pandemic. We're all new to this virtual, and mahalo to you, to our Malia Foundation board members for continuing on, even though it's an all virtual festival for this year. We still have it. So mahalo nui, for the importance of perpetuating our culture and putting it on. But I was saying that, here in Oahu we have the stay-at-home order, but I'm sure on the other islands as well. It's a perfect time when you're at home, or if you're driving to go sightseeing or something, you can come up with something in your head, make your mind think. And I'm sure there's so much creative people out there that is watching tonight, and they're thinking, what am I going to write? What am I going to enter next year? So like you said, that sliding door has been open tonight and this week. But I wanted to say mahalo nui to you, to the board of directors, to Puka, Taihuk, our president, and of course to our founder, Uncle Nathan Kalama, for continuing to perpetuate our culture. And how fitting it's the year of royalty of Hawaii. And it's a good time for us to reflect on what is important. And I found that this year, it's not about what you have, what someone else has, but it's really about your ohana and touching bases with your loved ones. And I think even now more than ever, we crave to be with one another. And this is just another avenue that we have tonight to be together. So mahalo nui loa.
Mahalo. You know what? We can never stop saying that word. And just know, everyone out there, that that word doesn't only mean mahalo, thank you. It's from the depth of our heart and our na'au, and how we express the appreciation that we have for everything that we do, or what we receive as well. And when we experience stuff like this, and we go around and we talk story with people, and we get information, such as what I received from Auntie Ipo, that's the greatest gift. Amazing. And so, that's our kuleana,
And we never stop learning. Because like you said, you just learned this yesterday and we continue to learn every day. And that's what we're doing, this week, is learning as it comes through.
Polole.
All right. So I wanted to remind everyone that for the Napoya Award, our People's Choice Award, you can vote one time, yeah? So we ask that you vote one time for your favorite performer. So we appreciate you choosing your favorite and coming through, but one vote, yeah? We just ask for one vote for your top performer. Hi. Ichi. Yeah?
Ichi.
Looking at some of our comments, Auntie Susan Jeffrey, she said that she saw you hugging the tree yesterday. So I know every year we go out to Maluhia Road going to Koloa to visit the tree in Memorial. So Auntie Susan said she saw you hugging the tree. She wanted to share that.
Mahalo, Auntie. Oh my gosh.
Oh, beautiful. So we also wanted to share the opportunity that this week we have many more events that will be happening virtual. And tomorrow we have a cultural presentation honoring Queen Leo Kalani that will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And it's sponsored by Halau Kale Kukuhilani and Kumuhula Kirkpatrick, yeah? So that's going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. So join us for that cultural presentation. And then on Wednesday, we have another cultural presentation titled Emauana Ka Puana Mele Inoa, which is talking about the Mele Inoa and the traditions of name songs honoring people. And I believe this is going to be presented by
Dr.
Kualoha
Ho'omanavanui.
Yeah?
Yes.
I was going to call her by her English name.
She's going to visit you tonight.
I know. And she's on this Aina, yeah. You know who we're talking about. And then on Thursday, we have some mini vignettes about Kauaʻi by the Malia University, which will be featuring yourself. And did you know, and now you do, kind of history, yeah? Like how you just shared that you learned about Kalihikai and Kalihiwai. So that's going to be on Thursday. So not an actual live time like how we're doing tonight and the rest of the others, but it's a great opportunity to tune in. And on Friday, we have our Hula Ho'ike featuring halau from Kauaʻi, Maui, Oahu, Hawaii Island, California, Washington State, and also in our cousins over in Japan, which will show highlights of our previous Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival hula competition. And then on Saturday at 12 noon, we have our Miss Mokihana Hula Kahiko competition, which will feature soloists from participating halau with their choice mele connecting them to their place of birth. the Onehanao. So that will be on Saturday at 12 noon. So please join us all week for all. Oh, and mahalo for putting that on the screen. You can always visit the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival or the Malia Foundation Facebook page for updates, as well as Instagram as well. Yeah. So, anything else that you want to share before we start moving into our?
You know what? We're all good. We can holomua.
You know, mahalo. So we're going to begin with our next category, which is our Hawaiian category, and we have 5 composers in the Hawaiian category, and we'll start off with our first one. Is our first composer is Suzette Hauʻoli Smith Gertler. And the mele that she will be sharing is Le Ali'ilani o Ni'ihau, which was composed just in August of 2020. Hauʻoli is a haumana or student of Halao Kalama Olaya. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. Uncle Nathan, I'm so sorry, but it's Kumuhula Nathan Kalama and his halau o Kalama o Laimaluhialani. I'm tired. She is a resident of Anahola, enjoys paddling, surfing, a sailing enthusiast, and loves pupu o nihau chalets. And I so love pupu o nihau chalets, and I would like some. So if anybody would like to gift, I will share my P.O. box with you. But I share your passion, Hauʻoli, for our pupu o nihau. And this song came to her as she was surfing after receiving. So Kuana, Mark, if you're out there with listening, she received a 7-strand pupu o nihau lei made by Mark Turner, who's a gifted and talented friend and a master of making pupu o nihau chalets from our Kanahele family on the island of Kauaʻi. At around the same time, it was Mark's milestone birthday. So this was a mele inoa or a makana, a gift to Mark. So Suzette Hauʻoli Smith Gertler shares with us her entry, which is titled Le Ali'ilani o Ni'ihau.
O ni'ihau o ke kahakai pupu o ha'ena lai pupu o pu'uai pupu o ni'ihau lai pupu pupu o ni'ihau pupu o ni'ihau Leo niki niki eu ie le kahelelani ula ula le poleho leho oni honi e le oli lea mahi e hie pupu oni ihau pupu oni ihau le ali ilani mana mana e le aloha lai e pu'uai le makamai nane e le aloha lai poina ole aina mai kapuana e le ali'ilani mana mana aina mai kapuana e le ali'ilani Oni ihau, oni ihau, oni ihau, oni ihau. Hey, no, le ilani oni ihau.
Oh, aloha. Mahalo nui to Suzette Hauʻoli Smith Gertler for her mele Leali'i Lani o Ni'ihau. Mahalo nui. So, this performance is a little different, yeah, because there was no instrument. backing up, but you could hear the sound of the ocean from the kai in the background. So mahalo nui to Suzette Gertler for sharing us with that mele lea ali'ilani o ni'ihau. So as a reminder again, keep your comments coming and sharing. Want to be sure to make it clear again for our Napo'e Award, our People's Choice. I know I sound like a broken record that's stuck on play on that one, but I want to make it perfectly clear that it's not one from each category. Yeah, so it's not one from open and one from Hawaiian. It's actually one performer from all 10 that you can choose for your favorite. So just want to be sure that everybody understands that you're voting for one of the 10 composers tonight, not one from each category. Okay, and that message was brought to you by Kamako Kalani Herod of the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival. Checking everybody, checking, how you doing? Keep the comments coming. Don't forget to clap. Mahalo nui. I'm sure everybody's getting ready for this next performance in our Hawaiian category. I can hear them down in the beautiful town of Waimea, Kauaʻi. I did see a comment earlier that there were Puni is there with some of her ohana, and some of her kupuna is there with her in watching. So I'm sure they're very excited. So we have our next composer, Puni Patrick, sharing you this mele titled Enihi Kahele, which was composed in June of 2020. About the composer, the Kupuna Club of Waimea, Kauaʻi is comprised mostly of the Papa Kahelelani of the late Kumuhula Doric Kaleonui Yaris. They're now led by Kumu Puni Patrick, who collaborates frequently with Hakumele by Chucky Boy Chuck. The background for this mele is the Kupuna Club presentation. They would like to share this original mele that was inspired by their new experiences because of the Ma'i Kolona, our coronavirus. Oh, she's a wicked one. Each kupuna in our group provided something positive that has come from this pandemic. Mahalo kupuna for reminding us that even there's so much negativity and bad stuff, we gotta find the positive stuff that comes through it. Yeah, like getting food direct from our local farmers. Taking a lay workshop online and seeing all of the kolea birds returning in pairs. Mai ka'i. Many times our kupuna have said they are reminded of the old Hawaii. There is far less traffic and not so many activities competing for our time. That touches me. There's 10 kupuna and 10 verses, all set to music by Chuck's joyful melody, and sung by our favorite musician, Mr. Nick Castillo. They present to you Enihi Kahele. Please welcome composer Puni Patrick and the Kupuna Club of Waimea with Enihi Kahele.
Nui ka mea ho'oulu o nā kānaka ka mai ke anuenue I ke pamapoli hale Aloha au I ku'uhome O ke kaha ko'u aloha pauole I ka loka mai ka'i Enihi kahele na ea E ho'ola ka aina na ea Malama ia kulai Mamua ka ike Mohala ka aali Avai mea uka Kai ulan iahi I kamali e Naman hui hui Le ale amai E ni kahele La ea 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 E ho'ona kaina la ea Moaka akakakena Ikalani iluna Nui na kolea Kawai mako hiaka Ohila I ula ula O ele ele Ako ikahakuana Mai kalolo ila E nihi kahele La ea 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 E ho'ola kaina la ea Iki au ina pohaku O kokui o lono Uhi pahuia O kamaluhia Puana o kika Hono hono nani Ai aku mama Ikamala kala heo E nihi kahele La ea 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 E ho'ona kaina la ea Holo holo I ke ala O kalapaki Hana I ke kaimalino I kaikai haku kino Puhana ia mele Me kamahalo Kuho me nani O Kauaʻi no ka best
Mahalo nui. That was performance number 7, or our third performance in our Hawaiian category. Composer Kumi Patrick, as well as the Kupuna Club of Waimea, with their mele Emihi Kahele. I was looking at the title earlier and I saw Emihi Kahele, and I was like, I'm familiar with the mele titled Emihi Kahele. And for those of you who are hula dancers or are familiar with hula, there is a mele titled Emihi Kahele, but different, written for someone else. Yeah. But a beautiful mele and a great reminder of us to think about the positive stuff that has come out through this the coronavirus. There's some positive aspects that can come out through it. And like our kupuna were showing us during that video, wear your mask. Yeah, so if our kupuna can wear their mask, you have no excuse to wear your mask, and your mask should not be here, it should be here. Yeah. Just like how when you wear your underwear, yeah, you cover the whole thing. So remember to wear your mask and wear it properly. Okay, so let's take a look over at our comment world and see who our ohana out there. Um, we got some people coming in and voting for their favorite, and we have this beautiful poetry comment shared by Kale Kauaʻi. Mahalo nui, Kale, for tuning in tonight, and mahalo nui for your many years of your kokua in the Composer's contest. Kale is or has been part of the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival Composers contest in the past, and he has also helped others who have entered by sharing his olelo vai, and penning it for them and sharing with them translation. So mahalo nui, Kale. Thank you for tuning in. Wish we were all on Kauaʻi together, but we are together in spirit. And we have Kumupuni Patrick, mahalo Kumupuni, and mahalo our kupuna out there watching. Thank you so much. It was an awesome presentation. Really appreciate that olelo behind the story. Okay, so as a reminder, this year all of our events are going to be held virtual. And like we mentioned earlier, it's a great opportunity for us to learn new things, as Kumaka shared, opening the doors to new opportunities. And, mahalo nui, behind the scenes, to all of the hardworking board members who are there on Kauaʻi right now, who is helping us put this live stream together. And I know it's stressful, but I just want all of you in your comments to give a big round of applause to all of our volunteers who are back there in Kauaʻi, who are putting this on together for us. It's not an easy task. And like Maka said earlier, if we have technical difficulties, just shut your eye and just pray. Go walk to the refrigerator and grab another drink, or go grab some pupu or some snack. And like Uncle Nathan always tells us, every time we do something, gas and go, just gas and go. And that's exactly what we are doing. We are gas and go tonight, and we're going to continue to gas and go for the entire week. So, mahalo nui. We are moving on to our 8th performance in tonight's competition, and our I don't know how to count, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So number 8, we have Keita Ushijima with the mele titled Kilkaha, which was composed in March of 2013. Keita started learning hula at the age of 13, with a short homestay in Oahu, and learned olelo from Auntie Ku'ule Akaka. Since 2006, Keita has traveled to the Big Island to learn hula from the late Kumuhula Ray Fonseca and ukulele and singing from Leimana Abinez. Later inspired by Kuana Torres and Kihau Tamure, Keita has been working as a Hawaiian musician in Japan after returning to Japan from Keita's time here in Hawaii. This song was written for a dear friend, Noeau Kalima, and his family when he lived in their house in Keaukaha for training at the Merry Monarch, and received a lot of warm hospitality from his family. Written for special people living in Keaukaha, there are 3 plants in this song that is mentioned, which is the kukui, hua melie, and the hala. Kukui is Noeau. The pua melie represents his wife Polani, and the hala represents the ancestors. Keita pays tribute to the kupunas who made Keaukaha so beautiful. Please welcome Keita Ushijima with the mele titled Keaukaha.
Aloha. Ova o Keita Ushijima from Japan. Today I like to sing you guys a song. title of Kauaʻi. I composed this song for my dear
Aloha. So we're gonna give a little bit more time for the technical side to let it load up. So like I said, just shut your eyes, shut your eyes, shut your eyes. Go grab a beverage, go grab some pupu, grab some snack, and give us time for our technicians to load the next performance on that part. So for those of you who tuned in yesterday at 2 o'clock yesterday, there was the makeke, the pop-up makeke for Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival that was hosted by Auntie Lady Ipo and Onyo Punza. There are still some items, I believe, available for sale, so you can actually visit the Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival homepage or Facebook, or message anyone there to get assistance to see what items are still available. There was a lot of awesome items that were sold yesterday in the silent auction. There was many unique prizes. I know Auntie Lady Ipo also auctioned off a concert, a whole opportunity for a concert for her, as well as her band and a hula dancer. So it's good for 1 year, from October of 2020 to October of 2021. So mahalo nui for all the donations and the art of sharing that everyone did. So mahalo nui. Let's see. I think we're ready. Try again. Oh, Onyo, you gonna share?
It's Uncle Onyo.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Anyway, I was just wanting to say something towards my the Japanese audience.
Yeah.
これから日本語喋りましょうね。ごめんなさい。今度のコンテストはね、日本から来ました。素晴らしいでしょう。そしてね、彼はケイタ牛島です。どうからかよくわかりませんけど、急に頼まれてね。それで、皆さん、ちょっとお知らせいたしますけど、今あなた方は日本ね、例えば、Facebook とか、いろんな Instagram とか、何がありますけどね、自分で日本から選ぶことができます。例えばね、私たちはコンテスタントは10人がいますね。今、ケイタは、牛島さんは多分8名。とにかくね、これ全部済んでから一応選んでください。一人は一つのボートね、一人ずつは一つのボートで素晴らしい。それだけと思いますけど。I just kind of explain to our Japanese audience that they have a chance to vote, right? They vote for it's called the people's choice. And so I was just wanting to interject that. God.
Mahalo, Onyo. Mahalo nui. Thank you for sharing with that to our cousins over in Japan, to explain to them the way how they can vote for their people's choice. Mahalo nui for coming on and sharing that with our viewers. Okay, so we present to you our youth performance for tonight. In our Hawaiian category, we have Kita Uchijima. I'm going to go ahead and I wanted to say aloha to someone who just commented recently. I wanted to say aloha and share my mahalo for joining us tonight to one of our very special viewers out there. And not only she's a very good friend, but she was a she's was one of my former bosses, and I miss working with her, but I'm so glad I get to see her. But that's Miss Jamie Panui Shigeta. And Jamie is the sister of one of our founding members of the group Malie, Ekolu Panui. So we share our aloha to Jamie and the entire Panui Ohana, and say mahalo for joining us tonight for this evening's Composers Contest as well as our concert. So mahalo nui for joining us. So I believe one of the technical difficulties we're having with Keita is getting the sound. Yeah, so it's not you, but it's actually just a little bit of technical issue over there, not having sound. So I believe we're working on that now, and I think we're ready to go.
Title of Kauaʻi. I composed this song for my dear friend Noel Kalima in 2013 when I was staying in Kauaʻi for Mary Monarch training. And this song has 3 Hawaiian plants, kuku and tuamelie and lauhala. Those plants are the beauty of Kauaʻi, but same time those plants the boy of Kauaʻi.
Okay, so we're going to work on that a little bit more. Yeah.
So you know what we can do, Makali'i? Let's go on to the next contestant. And then we're going to work on Keita. So Kalamai Keita, Gomenasai, and all of our friends and families out there in Yapana, as well as those around the world that's chiming in. So we're going to go on to the next one. If you don't mind sharing about the next contestant. Thank you so much, Makali'i.
And mahalo. So don't forget, we'll come back to Keita. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to our next composer, which is Grant Kaimana Kono, and his mele is Pu'ukaulana. Grant is actually grew up in Oneava, Kailua, Ko'olau on Oahu, but currently now resides in Manoa. The mele that Grant has written for us talks about a mele that began in his mind and has been culminating within his mind for years. While living in Oneava, he would often sit in front of the house facing the mountains and just sing. He would see Olomana, Lanihuli, and Kona Huanui in the distance as the kia'i standing tall and proud, and would often wonder what exactly was on the other side where the valleys of Palolo, Manoa, and Nu'uanu began in relation to those prominent pu'u. About a year passed, and his family relocated to Manoa, just on the opposite side of the mauna. And there he would often look towards it and wonder. One day on a solemn drive home over the Pali Highway, alone in his truck, there was an abnormally fluffy cloud over Olomana. As he made his way nearer to the base of Pali, the cloud soon began to move toward Lanihuli and then Kona Huanui, and a melody popped in his head with the words, Olomana I ka po la ilai, ku kila kila ke ka hie hie. as he frantically opened his phone in attempt to not forget this melody. And then he pulled over. He wasn't driving when he did that. He continued over through the Pali to Nu'uanu Valley on the H1, exiting at Punahou Street, then making his way past Makike and into Mano Valley. It was then, while coming up Mano Road, that he saw it, the exact same cloud that was above Olomana, that touched the peaks of Lanihuli and Konahuanui, resting atop Pu'ohia. In perfect view, as he exited his truck, he walked to the front door as the cloud began to float away with the trade winds. He couldn't help but feel a bit of connection and self-realization. It was me, growing up and thinking and wondering what's on the other side of the mountains. Where does that valley start? Then realizing the wonderment of imagination is only more exciting by taking action and going along for the ride. Please welcome with the mele Pu'ukaulana, Grant Kono.
Na Pu'ukaulana. Mahalo nui. Aloha.
Beautiful mele. who else was in their living room or in your garage or wherever you stay on your patio, and he was dancing? Yeah, I was. I know backstage here, if they was paying attention on the screen, I was doing my hula too. So mahalo nui. That was Grant Kono with his mele Pu'u Kaulana. Beautiful mele. For those of you who are not familiar with the east side of the island and the mountain, the mauna that he was talking about, it is beautiful. Yeah. So when you're driving either from Kaneohe or heading on the H1 back to this side of Honolulu, you can see all the beautiful ko'olau, the mountains. But just picture, you're driving through the Pali Highway and you see Olomana, you see all the mountains going through. And then when you come back around, and for those who are familiar here with Oahu, you come back around and you vision the mountain on the other side, and you see, driving up to Manoa, you see where that mauna comes from the other side. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. I can see a lot of people just imagining and putting hula to that mele. So again, there's so much creativity. This is a perfect time for you to think of mele or the story that's in your heart, and then putting it to music. That's what the mele is. It's poetry. Yeah. So you have this opportunity to come up with a mele, and we'll see many of the new compositions I'm sure next year come through. Oh, I can't imagine how much performances we're going to have. So Maka and the Malia Foundation Board of Directors, I guess we got to start planning to see, maybe we got to start earlier in the day in order to get through the 50 performances we'll have next year. So let's see what happens. So mahalo nui. Thank you for everyone who's joining us live tonight. Mahalo nui, wherever you're from, wherever you're at, mahalo nui for joining us. Please remember to keep your comments coming, sharing with us your favorite performer. You have the opportunity to vote for your one favorite composer for tonight. So that's not one from each category. It's just one of your favorite composers for the entire night. So for those of you who've been with us and you are following along, we just have a little switch in the program. We had some technical difficulty with one of our videos from Keita from Japan. So we're going to come back to Keita's performance. Right now we're going to move on to performance number 10, which is actually the last entry in the Hawaiian category. And then we're coming back. So we're going to just bear with us. We're going to move on to number 10 for tonight, which is the composer John Kepa Mahi. And the title of his mele or his composition is titled Pua Male, which was composed in February of 2018. Kepa was originally from Keaukaha over in Hilo, Hawaii. He was born and raised in the Hawaiian homes over in Keaukaha, and he was born into a family of musicians. His mother and his father were both vocalists, and his father was an excellent guitarist, lap steel guitars, and stand-up bass player. His mother was a soprano, and both love Hawaiian music, and because of this, he has a deep passion to compose and play Hawaiian music. Himself, the youngest of 4 surviving children, originally 5 siblings. It was only after the passing of his father in 1991 that Kepa truly took to heart the art of loving and passionately growing the gift given to him by his parents, and most of all, Keokua. As the years went by, he learned a little by little how to grow this gift of music, all the while always loving more than anything more than the genre of the beauty of Hawaiian music. So the background on this mele, it was written in the late 2017 and completed in 2018. So that happens, yeah, sometimes when you're composing a mele, is you start off and then you take a break and you come back to it. So in the beginning half of 2018, a friend of Kepa called him to play for a wedding and wanted an original song. In an instant, the remainder of the song came to him, and it was complete, and it was performed for the first time at her wedding. The song speaks of a groom waiting for his beautiful bride to join him, and how fitting as the flower, fragrant with just enough scent, reminds him of his bride, to be thus the name Puamale, the wedding blossom. And Puamale is what we know in the English name as Stephanotis. Performing with Kepa is Bronson Aiwohi on guitar and vocals, and Kauaʻi Yaris on bass and vocals. Please welcome our next composer, John Kepamahi, with his mele Puamale. Oh, so I wanted to also share too that Kepa is not a stranger to the Composer's Contest. In fact, I think he's won several times before as well. So he's not a stranger to composing music. Joining him as well is another composer that has shared with us before, which is Bronson Aiwohi. And then, of course, his other bandmate is a very talented musician, creativity, runs in his family, and that's Kauaʻi Yaris, who is the son of Akodork Kaleonu Yaris, and as well as the late Entimomi Gampon Yaris as well. So a lot of talent in that family. So I'm sure this next presentation is going to probably bring more hula imagination, just thinking about the title itself, Puamale. And for those of you who have ever sewn Stephanotis leis or have received one, they make one of the most beautiful leis. You know, you can do it in a round poi poi style fashion. It goes very well in hair when you do female hair for hula. It holds really well, and it has a very distinct and beautiful scent. And it's one of those flowers that you always see in some type of wedding bouquet or some type of arrangement as it cascades down. And just, it's the beauty of it. I remember my grandma over in Waila House Lots, my grandma Martha, she had a hedge of the puamale right outside her bedroom, the bedroom window. And I remember every May Day or even for Memorial Day, when we would make our leis to pay tribute to all of our veterans, I remember all of us heading down to Grandma and Papa's house, pretty much just taking every single flower, every pua off of that vine to make those leis. And, you know, even being resourceful, where you would do your tea leaf lei, and then you would add your Stephanotis in between, and then measuring and keeping the lei open to share and put on the gravesite. So a lot of wonderful memories that we continue to share and live up on. So please think about those creativity when you're coming up with your mele as it comes to you. Wanted to say aloha to Auntie Ipo, Kahunaile forever. Mahalo, Auntie Ipo, for joining us and for continuing to be part of the number 4 of the group Malie. Auntie Ipo was the show performer, for the group. And hopefully later on we can play that presentation again that we had shared earlier at the start of the live streaming of Gingers in the Water. Beautiful replica of that mele. I also see on here over from the west side of Kauaʻi, we have Joni Kiamoy. Aloha, Joni. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you're staying safe and everybody, all the ohana there is doing well. Let's see. Maoli Cook, aloha kumu. Mahalo for joining us tonight. Thank you for coming on and watching us live. Is there anybody on here watching from Japan? Any of our Yapana ohana? Anyone from Japan? I haven't seen anyone come true on that part. Aloha palala. Aloha from Wainiha. Hope everyone's safe. I can't wait to this quarantine to be done so I can go back to the beach and head back to getting some therapy out in the ocean. The beaches here in Honolulu is never the same as back home on Kauaʻi. So that is my favorite. Oh, sure. I just saw a comment from a very special person that says Yapana Ohana here. Not a Yapana Ohana, just a very special person. But aloha, Mrs. Jessica Erin Contreras. Mahalo for joining us tonight. You wish you were from Japan. Aloha to Don Floresca from Escondido, California. Mahalo for joining us over from the South California part there. Who else do we have on here? Aloha Ona from beautiful LA. Leona from beautiful LA. LA is Lower Anahola. Hope you're enjoying the presentation tonight. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, who else? Come on, don't be shy. It's your opportunity to say aloha and where you're from. What's everybody having for dinner? That's another good question too, because it's some of you maybe already had dinner like me. I had dinner before we started. What was everybody's dinner tonight? Oh, another one from Anahola, the very beautiful Naomi Tabonair. We missed you this year. Thank you so much for your beautiful mele that you shared with us over the past 2 years. Naomi is a part of the Malie scholarship. So Naomi actually went to college, got a scholarship through the Malie Foundation. And to give back and share, Naomi entered Mele twice in 2019 and 2018. Oh, I see a man with a ukulele, but I cannot hear you. There you go.
Composing, singing, and everything, and we have all of these challenges, just like the COVID-19. Hey, you know what? I have this thing. Oh,
look! We had Nalani had some quesadilla tonight. We had puni. Oh, that sounds so ono. Hamburger watercress by Auntie Charmaine Moises. I bet it's ono. Oh, mom made beef stew with opai. You can FedEx or UPS something.
Makali.
Hi.
I have a question. It's how come COVID cannot drink at the bar?
Huh? How come?
Because he's not 19. Oh, he's 19. Sorry. See, I cannot tell a joke. And you know what? He's dangerous too, with or without alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, how about if we sing one song and you dance? Anyway, okay, sing along with me. Now everybody, sing along with me where you are. Take a sip of your water and your coffee. Kaula na maine, ao na bilibili, na nini hebiti maolino. Kalamai. Gotta turn this in. Kaula na maine, ao na bilibili, henanino e aninini, hebiti maolino. Kuahivi, kuahivi nani oe, aoha. Kapua Mokihana ea, kapua nani o Kauaʻi. Kuahivi, kuahivi nani oe, aoha. Kapuanani o Kauaʻi. Hoʻohihi ka mana'o a o Kauaʻi. E o mai kole aloha ke kania o Pilani. Hoʻohihi ka mana'o a o Kauaʻi. E o mai kole aloha ke kania o Pilani. Aina ia mai ana ka puana. Kaulana mai ne na vilivili he viti maolino. Aina ia mai ana ka puana. Kaulana mai ne na vilivili he viti maolino. Hey, yes, that's what it's all about. That's what we do when we gotta, kokua, kekahi, ikekahi, and boom, ucha. Okay. Lava.
Lava.
Okay.
I know I saw some comments over here from Jamie saying kaholo. I know she was in her living room dancing as well. Yeah, Miss Jamie.
Hey, everybody should. I wanted to even stand up in kaholo. But you don't want to see my pants.
That's what I was going to say too. You don't know what I wear. That's the joy of virtual.
You just know vale. The thing is that you've been seeing like these instruments in the back of us, and it referred to the group Malie. And when they were together, Uncle Nathan would often be on ukulele, and Larry would be on bass, and Ekolu would be on upright. No, not the upright bass. Larry was Ekolu was guitar. Yes, and they had beautiful, beautiful voices, and they could range from as low as baritone, and then go up to the levelanis and become Anchiginoa.
Yeah, I remember. Ekolu had this distinct baritone low. Yeah, where you're like, ooh.
Yes. Well, they actually all did, and they oftentimes would challenge each other. One with compositions. So one would come to practice and say, "Oh, what are you singing? Oh, I just composed this song. What? That's your composition." And then the next time they come together and they would share, just go back and forth. And then the other thing would be, of course, sharing their voice or the technique part about harmonizing. And so that's what this is all about.
Right. So I think we're about ready to start us up with our next performance from Kepa. So we're going to present to you Kepa Mahi with his mele Pua Male. Beautiful. I agree with everybody. All those comments coming through, that automatic hula performance, yeah. Ready for do that ending. That was John Kepamahi for his mele Pua Male. Mahalo nui for that. Yes, Allison, automatic hula performance, yeah. Yes, Charity Ann, very fluidy in the vocals, beautiful. Yeah, that was hula ready. Yeah, all of us hula dancers, I'm sure you were sitting there and picturing that mele into your voice. Okay. So we do have one more performance, yeah, to go through. And we're gonna go back to this one. And this is going to be from Japan. We do have Keita Ushijima with his mele Kyokaha. So we're going to bring him back and try again as he introduces this mele titled Kyokaha. We welcome Keita Ushijima.
Aloha. Ova o Keita Ushijima from Japan. Today, I like to sing you guys a song entitled of Kyokaha. I composed this song for my dear friend Noel Kalima in 2013 when I was staying in Kyokaha for Mary Monarch training. And this song has 3 Hawaiian plants, kukui and tuamelie and lauhala. those plants are the beauty of Kauaʻi. But same time, those plants are the boy of Kauaʻi and girl of Kauaʻi and ancestors of Kauaʻi. And of course, the ocean, Hanai, the people's body and soul. And at the end, I want to mahalo all the kupunas of Kauaʻi for making Kauaʻi beautiful. Mahalo. Kauaʻi. O Kauaʻi ove, kuho me nani, uluzehi, me na puala ole, oe no kaheke, ika uike. Aina ho pula pula ua maruhia. O ke o kaha ove, kuho me nani. Uluzehi, me na puala ole. Oe no kaheke, ika uike. Aina ho pula pula ua maruhia. Ha'ahe o i kamaka, ke kuku I uru. Mehe pua melia, he ui ona ona. Ke kai hanai, I ka nui kino. Ona kupa, o ka aina. Kaululauhala, o e ka mea. Vai vai nui, no neia aina. Keia ka mana o, toina ole. Ulana ia, me ke aloha. Mahalo ia ove, kuho me nani. Uluzehi, me na puala ole. Keia ka haina, no na kupuna. Ua piha hoi, me ke aloha. Mahalo ia ove, kuho me nani. Uluzehi, me na puala ole. Keia ka haina, no na kupuna. Ua piha hoi, me ke aloha.
all for listening.
Mahalo to Keita. Keita Ushijima for his mele kiokaha. Well, good job, mahalo. Let's give a virtual round of applause to all 10 of our awesome composers for their compositions tonight. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands in the comments. Come on, we can do it. Put your hands, give your hearts, your emojis. Go out there and give them your virtual congratulations to all 10. Yes, Kumusani Jean, thank you for starting off our round of applause virtually for all of our 10 composers for this year's 36th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival Composers Contest and Concert. So, great comment from Kale Kauaʻi on a hakumele, from a hakumele perspectives. Thank you for sharing that, mahalo nui. But at this time, I wanted to kind of give some of all of our viewers, all of our ohana out there, some feedback, some information, so that to kind of give you an explanation on how this competition has come about. So I wanted to let you know that all 10 of the performances have been prejudged. So our distinct panel of judges, Lihau Hannes Pike, Kellen Pike, and Kenneth Makuakane were our 3 judges for this year's Composers Contest. And earlier, towards the ending of last week, all of them had the opportunity to view all 10 performances. They had a private viewing of all of the performances you saw tonight via video, and they were able to watch all of the performances and score them. So tonight, it is our opportunity to share with you as a virtual concert of the beautiful hakumele and the hard work that all of these composers have put together. So if some of you are concerned that due to the manini technical difficulties we've been having tonight, which is about to happen because we're virtual, we're live, but to rest assured that all of them had the opportunity to see the full viewing of every single performance that was played tonight. So wanted to let you know how that worked. I'm sure many of you are wondering, because normally for those of you who join us each year in person at the Composers Contest over at Waimea Theater, you normally see our awesome hardworking auditors calculating and tabulating all those scores, and that has already been done as the judging was prejudged, and we will be able to share with you the results a little later or coming up soon. But before we do, I just wanted to, before we get into our special performance and presentation, I wanted to give this opportunity again to let everyone know, since we've seen all 10 performances, this is your opportunity now, before we close it, to vote for your People's Choice, our Napoe Award. And once again, as a reminder, the Napoe Award, you can choose one composer from the entire night's competition, not one from each category, but just one composer for the entire night to be your choice in the Napoe Award or our People's Choice Award. So please take the opportunity, if you haven't already had the opportunity to vote for your composer, please do so at this time. We will now like to move into a very special performance from a group of beautiful wahine who hails from the island of Maui. They will share with us a special performance, and this group is called Ahumanu. It is made up of band members Liz Morales, Marja Lehua Apisaloma, and Kekai Robinson from the beautiful Valley Isle of Maui, who Malia Foundation had the privilege of having them be the featured guests at Nale Hiva Hiva Spring Concert in 2019. 3 awesome musicians and beautiful women. They released their latest CD titled Kahi Aloha in December of 2018. Kahi Aloha, In This Place of Love, is available at Native Intelligence over in Wailuku on Maui, and on all digital outlets such as iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon, Spotify, and YouTube. So without further ado, let me just make sure we are ready. Remember, we are live. We present and share to you our special performance by the musical group Ahumanu.
E hui mai kako e ho'olohe Ina mo o lelo na wahipana O hale a kala o e kaloa O pua mana e himeni kako Na mele pili ana no ke ia aina ne E hui mai kako a e ho'olohe Ina mo o lelo na wahipana O hale a kala o ai kaloa O pua mana e himeni kako Na mele pili ana no ke ia aina ne E ho'ola hui e na manu o Hawaii ne E ho'ola hui e na manu o Hawaii ne E apona i ka mana o na mele E ho'oulu i ka pono E ho'ona au au i nā o pio E ho'olono kako i na mo'olelo Mai ka wā ka mali'i no nā li'i No lana i no au punila ka ulana nā pua o Hawaii Pa'ama hope o ka ina E nohi kako i ka mana O nā kupuna me ko lako I kai ka ho'o ka la kupua I ka wā eha nā lako I ho I ke mai E ala hele pono I holo mua kako E ho'ola hui e na manu o Hawaii ne E ho'ola hui e na manu o Hawaii ne E apona I ka mana o na mele E ho'oulu I ka pono E ho'ona au au I nā o pio E ho'oulu I ka pono E ho'ona au au I nā o pio E ho'ona au au I nā o pio E ho'ona au au I nā o pio
Mahalo nui for that special performance from Ahumanu. Just wanted to let everybody know that the People's Choice is closed. We have officially closed and have begun to tabulate the votes for the Napo'e Award. Once again, we have closed all of the voting for Napo'e Award for our People's Choice. So mahalo nui everyone for your participation and mahalo for recognizing the awesome talents of all of our composers for tonight. So let's give them a virtual clap and a hug from all of us. Mahalo nui loa for all of your hard work. Wanted to scan through some of the comments real quickly again. Wanted to give a shout out and say aloha to I know some people who are on here. And earlier, I wanted to kind of point out to Donna Stewart, mahalo nui for your comment earlier about being best dressed for me and Kumamanka. Not that comment, but the other one earlier in the program in between our break. But yes, we are the best dressed top dressers on this virtual night. So, and also Kale Kauaʻi, always awesome, beautiful sharing of your comments. And mahalo nui, yes, I do agree. Wanted to say mahalo nui to Vaipuʻilani, Miss Chanel Flores, for her tireless work behind the scenes in helping us to broadcast this year's virtual Composerʻs contest, as well as all of our events throughout the week. So please give your aloha to the goddess of all, Miss Chanel Vaipuʻilani Flores. Mahalo nui, much love to you. Even today, kind of connecting together to get me connected on the stream program, the platform, and making sure we're all maikai and running smoothly. So mahalo nui to Vaipuʻilani for your hard work, and to all of our board of directors who are behind the scenes. I got to see a little snippet, a snapshot of our auditor team, as well as Puka, and all the rest of our board of director members who are there out on Kauaʻi. Mahalo nui for your tireless commitment and your love for our Hawaiian culture and keeping everything alive. Aloha to Ms. Nalani Bruin. Aloha Nalani, our director of the Kauaʻi Economic Development Board, not board, Kauaʻi Economic Development Office for the County of Kauaʻi. Just wanted to give Nalani a huge congratulations on her position and appointment to director, and it's about time, Nalani, that you have become the director of our Economic Development Office for the County of Kauaʻi. So big congratulations, and looking forward to a lot of exciting times and events after this ma'i Corona, this coronavirus goes away from us. We can go back to being together with each other. I wanted to also make an announcement that it is a time for us to think about being a contestant next year for our 37th annual Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival's Composer's Contest. So please use that creativity and start going. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Malia Foundation and the Board of Directors and our Executive Director, Maka Herod, and our founder, Uncle Nathan Kalama, to say mahalo nui loa to all of our sponsors. I want to take this opportunity to announce them again and say mahalo to our sponsors, the County of Kauaʻi, Office of Economic Development, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Trinet Kauaʻi and A&B Properties, Kukui'ula Development, Hawaii Community Foundation, Office of Hawaiian Affairs, and Grand Pacific Resort Management. Special recognition to our Honorable Mayor of Kauaʻi, Mayor Derek Kawakami, and Kahulahoa staff of Japan, Endo, Kikuchi, Shuho, and Honu Kamera. Mahalo nui to all of our sponsors for this year. Let's see, I think we are ready. Let me just make sure that we are good to go. But I believe we are ready to go on awards. This is awesome. Every year, it's waiting to stall to get the People's Choice and all these awards, and kind of loving this virtual opportunity this year to do it. So mahalo nui to all of the hard work for everybody that kind of came through. So we're gonna start off with our awards this evening. And mind you, this is fresh off the press. Yeah, it's fresh off the press. I'm getting it right now. We're going to start with our awards for our open category. And in our open category, we have 3 places for our open category. And in 3rd place, composer is Kawai Pascual with her mele, Guarding Your Heart. So congratulations to our 3rd place winner in our open category, Kauaʻi Pascual, for Guarding Your Heart. We move on to our 2nd place in our open category. 2nd place is composer Jason and Malia Kerr for their mele, So in Love. That's our 2nd place open category winner, Jason and Malia Kerr. Congratulations. And we move on to our 1st place. So 1st place in our open category started us off tonight's program, Charity Ann Johns with her mele, We Belong to Us. So let's give a virtual round of applause to all of our open category winners. 3rd place, Kawai Pascual for Guarding Your Heart. 2nd place, Jason and Malia Kerr for So in Love, and first place, Charity Ann Johns for We Belong to Us. We now move on to our Hawaiian category. We also have 3 places in our Hawaiian category, starting off with our 3rd place winner. For his mele, Kyokaha Keita Ushujima from Japan. Congratulations, Keita Ushujima, for his 3rd place win in the Hawaiian category. In 2nd place, with the mele Pua Male, composer John Mahi for 2nd place Hawaiian category. John Mahi for his mele Pua Male. Congratulations. And in 1st place in our Hawaiian category, we have composer Grant Kono for his mele Pu'u Kaulana. Congratulations to our first-time entry, Grant Kono, for his mele Pu'u Kaulana, 1st place in our Hawaiian category. Once again, 3rd place, Hawaiian category, Keita Ushujima. 2nd place, John Mahi. And 1st place, Grant Kono for Pu'u Kaulana. We do have a special award, which is our highest award. And this is for the highest score, I believe. And let me just make sure. And this is our, let me just, like I said, this is fresh off the press, yeah. And I gotta double check. So I'm gonna check them, go check them. Okay, I was kind of confused, but this is our Founders Award, which is a cash prize donated by our founder, Uncle Nathan Kalama. And the winner of our Founders Award for the highest possible score for his mele Pu'u Kaulana is Grant Kono for Pu'u Kaulana. So that is our Founders Award for Grant Kono. Congratulations. And I believe we're moving on to one of our prestigious awards, because this is voted upon all of you tonight, our viewers. And this is going to be our final award, and this is for our People's Choice. And winning our People's Choice for this year, I'm sure they're all going to be very happy and screaming out loud in the beautiful town of Waimea. Our People's Choice Award goes to Puni Patrick for a Nihi Kahele. Let's give all of our composers a round of applause for their awesome work, their beautiful mele, and for sharing their talents with us tonight. So congratulations to all of our winners. We truly appreciate your sharing, and we look forward to seeing many more entries and meles to come next year. So mahalo nui, congratulations to everyone for an awesome concert this evening. I also wanted to take this opportunity to say that although we are not there in person, there's many ways that you can help our Malie Foundation. And our Malie Foundation provides scholarship for many of our young people that wants to pursue education, and as well as doing cultural events, including hula events or workshops. You can actually donate by going onto Venmo. If you don't have a Venmo, you can download the app. It's very easy to do. And you can look and search for Malie Foundation by typing in @Malie-Foundation on Venmo. And you can make your donation there, or by also logging on to the Malie Foundation website, which is maliefoundation.org, where you can go ahead and also donate to our Malie Foundation and the scholarship program. So all that information is on your screen right now. And please continue to follow us on all of our social media avenues, including Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube as well, where you can go ahead and find more information. But before we've done with the competition part, congratulations again to the winners, but we want to go back and share. Earlier at the start of the program, we had a special presentation that was kind of reliving a nostalgic memory of the first time the Composer's contest started. And It was with Uncle Nathan, Larry, and Ekolu, the Malie group, and their fourth member, Auntie Ipo Kahonali Ferrara. And the mele that they did is Gingers in the Water, and Auntie Ipo came out of the water, the pond, and the pond was a little pool that they came through. So with the creativity of everyone, Kumaka and everyone else, they kind of recreated the Gingers in the Water. So we're going to be able to have the opportunity to see that. Wanted to also say mahalo nui loa to our panel of judges for this year. Kenneth Makuakane, not sure if you had the ability to come on tonight and watch, but we know that Lee Hao, Hannes Pike, and Kellen Pike were on, and they're on tonight. Mahalo nui loa to all of them, to our judges for being a part of this year's Composer's Contest. We truly appreciate you for your support, and mahalo nui for being part of our Composer's Contest. So without further ado, I think we are getting ready to load that special presentation for you. Okay, so I believe we're going to be able to make that video available to everyone at the Malie Foundation site as well as social media, just in case if we can't get it loaded. But we'll be sure that we get.
Gingers in the water, full of sunlight rays. Palm tree kie kie, waterfall cascade. Gingers in the water, reflection meant for two. Shadows disappearing, a vision then a view. Gingers in the water, full of sunlight rays. Palm tree kie kie, waterfall cascade. There's gingers in the water, reflection meant for two. Shadows disappearing, a vision then a view. Napua Vapui, Maloko Kai, Kei Kei Kanani, Maikai no Kauaʻi. There'll never be another stream so crystal clear. Kaulanali Mahui, gingers in the water. Napua Vapui, Maloko Kai, Kei Kei Kanani, Maikai no Kauaʻi. There'll never be another stream so crystal clear. Kaulanali Mahui, gingers in the water. Kaulanali Mahui, gingers in the water. Gingers in the water. Gingers Gingers in the water. Gingers in the
Oh, that was so beautiful. Mahalo nui. That was a wonderful recreation and presentation um, by Auntie Lady Ipo Kahanari Ferreira. Mahalo nui to all those who assisted in that. That was so beautiful, brother. Oh, I can't hear you.
To say mahalo nui to you for hosting, helping us host this beautiful intention of bringing Kauaʻi Mokihana Festival's Composers Contest to the world virtually. And you did an extremely awesome job. So big round of applause for Makali! Woo! Yes. Mahalo, Makali.
Awesome night. Mahalo nui, everybody, for joining in. Mahalo to you and all of our members and board of directors from Malia Foundation and the awesome volunteers that many hands put together to put it done. So mahalo.
You know, I wanted to see if Uncle Nathan would like to say a few words. If he wants to, he's looking in and I can see his eyes.
Thank you very much, everybody, to the composers who believe in themselves to take part in this competition. I certainly appreciate it, and I hope others that are out there will take the time to believe in themselves and create your music and tell your story. And mahalo to the Malia Foundation board members. Sorry, I cannot be present. It is what it is. I'm here and you're there. And it's all good. Mahalo Makali for doing such a fabulous job. And thank you, everybody. God bless you for mahalo.
Thank you, Uncle. You know, Makali'i wouldn't be Makali'i without Maka Nui.
True. I guess that's me too.
Yes. But everybody's all related by Makas. Yeah. But you know what? We want to thank the world for tuning in to our live presentation and for also working with us in this technical challenge. And so I want to invite you to come back to the rest of the week. If you have missed tonight, please go back and look at it and, you know, take some time to enjoy. And then also, of course, yesterday as well. Thank you, Makali'i, once again. Thank you to the board members, Waipuilani, as well as Auli'i, Ivalani, Kahanu, Hoku, and Eva, and Onyo for, you know, just being here. And then we also have one special person that's always with us. That's Auntie Lei. That's my godmother. Anyway, so you see these leis. Yeah, she'd go give me this one here. And then tomorrow I'm going to get another one. Look, Uncle, he looking at the lei. Uncle, we love you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for letting us live your, show your journey, show your legacy, as well as your beautiful friends that make up Malie. So everybody enjoy. God bless you. Hui ho malamapono.
I have a question.
Yes.
We off the air now?
Not yet. Hold on.
Well, thank you very much. It's all right to be happy tonight. It's all right. We'd like to do our second song, which actually acquaints you with the proper way to say our name. We hear it, we read it, being done the wrong way. So here's a song to tell you to do it the right way. It's not Maria, not Miley, will you recall Maria? It's not Maria, not Miley, will you recall Maria? We love to sing Hawaiian tunes, we sure can do an amigo. But there's one thing we like to say, we call Maria, that's our name. It's not Maria, not Miley, will you recall Maria? It's not Maria, not Miley, will you recall Maria? Oh, in the hand. A-L-I-E, we go over the edge. So let's say it together.